Hello YouTube viewers, and welcome to my model railway extension project part 9. The last update was done October 2013. It's now February 2014. My last update I was just doing this corner piece here. I wonder what to put in here. I've done an overgrown scene with different foliage and bushes, overgrown grass, stuff like that. Builds the area up nicely towards the run into the station tunnel. I've just completed that all the way down there to the other end. Just got to finish off that corner at some stage. Don't know what to do there just yet, but time will tell. I've also changed the back scene here as well. I wasn't that happy with the back scene I had. This is a larger back scene which goes right to the top of the boarding I've put up there. This obviously gives it more depth, and I've changed it all the way down on top of the retaining wall. And what I've done here, rather than did before using wallpaper paste, it all seemed to crease up. I've used double-sided sticky pads which work a treat. As you can see, that joins onto the retaining wall there. But the photographic back scene gives it so much more depth. And on the joints here I've just added a few little bushes and trees to cover up the joints. As you can see there, there's that slightly different height due to the retaining wall. But I like the look of that. It, let's say, gives it more depth. Okay, the main area I've been focusing on over the last few months is the Tackley Station end. I'll just start off here with a new signal I've introduced. It's a semaphore signal from Dapol. I think it's called a home signal. It's a home and distant. This is a home signal. And I've wired that up with a sensor in the track. Just here, this is Heath Coast Electronics. Basically the train goes over that infrared sensor there and raises a signal for clearance. Now I may move that further up the track so you get more of a distance here, but basically I'll demonstrate how this works. Put my hand over there. And then the signal goes up. Try and focus on that. So you've got a green light there as well. I'll show you briefly underneath the device from Heath Coast Electronics. This is the, focus in there. This is the bit of kit here, the electronics board. You can see the LED flashing there. It's on a timer and that's stopped. The signal's gone back down, so you can adjust the pot for the timer there. But a great little bit of kit that works well when trains go over that. Okay, at the far end of the station I've introduced this concrete footbridge from Backman Scenecraft. They don't make this anymore. This is a deleted item, but this came with overhead lighting, dummy lighting, obviously doesn't work. Now I've taken that out and just leave it as a plain, an ordinary footbridge. What I've had to do here, the post on the side's on the ground level, the post this side's on the platform level, so obviously there was a bit of unevenness there. So what I've done here, I've basically, see that, I'll put another foot on there to get around that problem. What I've used, to show you briefly, it's amazing what you can find to do the job. This is a piece of tubing that you fire the rockets off fireworks on November the 5th, and I've just cut that up, placed it around the original pillar there, spray painted it grey, and there's your result. So I'll get the correct length, and it's come out really well. Overall it's an excellent footbridge. You've got little steps going up there with little yellow warning painted areas, little character going down the stairs there for the time being, little handrails there. It's a nice little model. So that's added quite nicely as a footbridge to Tackley Station. Another addition to the platform for Tackley I've added are these working platform lights. There's quite a few of these on each side of the platform. These are off eBay. I think they're from China originally. They work out about £1 a piece or just under that. They're very good. Took quite a while to wire up, but on each side of the platform they're now mounted. Just take underneath the wiring here. What I've done, I have some copper strips and I've built a circuit and soldered the connections to those strips. You've got positive and negative double track which are connected to the mains as a power supply. And this tape I've been using has been very handy. It's self-adhesive copper strip. You can solder wires to these very easily. You just peel the backing off and create your own little circuit. So for lighting, for the platform lights, street lights, it's ideal. I've also added here a couple of signs, 2 on each side, so distinguish what platform you're on. So platform 1, inside platform 2. Put those on the working lights there. There's 1 on each end. Platform 2 there again. Just a bit more realism. I've also added at each end of the platform these prohibited signs not to cross the line, across the edge of the platform. These are off eBay, I think £1 for 2. Slightly faded that one, but that's the way it would be anyway. So one of those at each side of the platforms. So I've got one this side as well. Just focus down on that. So not to cross the line basically. All adds to the realism. At the rear end of platform 1 I've added a car park which is marked out, so basically self-adhesive tarmac just to cover that area for parking. I'll put a few drains in there, weeds and stuff like that. Again, you've got the backdrop which really does give it depth. Photographic scene again. I've just covered the edge of the tunnel there on the top with some bushes to blend in with the scenic, the photographic scene at the back. That goes all the way down to the other end, but it does make a big difference there. Try and get it at the proper level. As you can see, it looks good with the backdrop there. Just give it so much more depth. Okay, at the rear of platform 1 I've done an overgrown scene here with different bushes and leaves and twigs and overgrown grass, as you would see in real life there, just unkept completely. And that's fenced off between what I'll show you next and the station. So the other end's a bit more overgrown grass rather than bushes and things like that. Seems to have worked well. Okay, to separate the station and the other side I'm working on, I've put this wrought iron spear fencing in here to separate both areas. This is by ratio because it's plastic, but it seems to work really well. It's not a bad bit of modelling fencing actually, it's pretty good. Again, overgrown underneath, as you would see that. It just finishes it off very nicely. Okay, behind the fencing there, the station, I've created this little cricket club area. Basically, I've grassed with static grass, very fine static grass, the cricket pitch. And here we have the pavilion. This is a Scaledale building. Just focus in there for you. I've changed the name to Tackley Cricket Club. This I bought off eBay quite cheaply. Again, a discontinued item. Don't make this anymore, but that's fitted in really nice in the corner there. Put a little bench there as well. And at the rear, above the cricket pavilion, a couple of trees. These are Woodland Scenics. Got these very cheaply when the Model Zone shops closed down. These were in a box on the floor, so I asked the person if he could buy this. He said fine. So picked these up quite relatively cheaply. At the rear of the cricket pavilion there's a little walkway down to platform 1. I might put a couple of lights in there, I'm not sure. Got to fence that area in the bottom down there. That's how you get onto platform 1. The rear of the pavilion there. At the edges here, put a little cut hedge that's been maintained by the Cricket Society, just to round that off of the edge of the board there, and I've segregated that with a little field park area, and I put a little gate in the middle there to get through, and that's come out really well. Again I got these cheap from Model Zone when it closed down. And going this way there's a little tennis court area by Knock. We've got a little net in the middle there. The fencing that came with this was really not to scale. Now what I've used here, I managed to acquire some mesh which is used to drain fuel out of car engines, to filter all the sludge and bits and pieces like that. This is perfect scale. It is metal, so I've cut and soldered this together. I've got to change some of the poles because I melted them when I was soldering this, so I've got to change some of the little poles. That won't take too much of an effort, but again that finishes off that area quite well. It's all marked out of the courts. Little door in the side there, and this area here, there's a little walkway across the platforms for staff. Now this is a bit of a kit I left over from the engineering servicing shed, or loco shed, and it just fits in very nicely across the track there. Again, I've weathered that and put some more fencing in there. There's more work to be done. A little walkway there, and that just completes the little area so far. Okay, until next time, hope you enjoyed the update. So there's a bit of progression there since the last update. I'll just show you a running sequence through with the platform illuminated by itself, a night sequence with a train coming through and departing. Hope you enjoy.